Welcome back to the AL.com film room. I'm Matt Scalisi here with John Parker Wilson, and we're going to be taking a look at Alabama's big win over Georgia. John Parker, a few years ago, you might remember we saw an Alabama quarterback wearing the number 14 go up to Athens, Georgia, and really take it to the Bulldogs. Saw something pretty similar out there on Saturday.
Yeah, Alabama started out fast, and they really never looked back. I think this was the kind of win we needed after a few weeks ago against Ole Miss. Came out against Georgia on the road, terrible weather conditions, and really sent a statement to the rest of the league that we got our game plan ready to go. Defense is playing great, and Coker, I think, had a great game and really showed up big when Alabama needed it most.
Let me ask you about the pregame antics that were going on. You ever experience anything like that where you see a team comes out, maybe is trying to intimidate the other team pregame with stuff like that?
I never personally have seen it. I think we've seen that in the past from Georgia. Personally, it looked a little forced. You know, if I'm an Alabama player, I'm coming out like these guys are looking for something, kind of some false enthusiasm. So as an Alabama player, you're ready to go. If you have to do that as a Georgia player to go over there and try to get in Alabama face, I don't like that before the game, and obviously it didn't work out too well for them.
All right, we're going to start this thing with the first big play in this game, Derrick Henry's big touchdown run early on in the second quarter. What did you see here on this play?
So getting the big guy going early, this play is all about the offensive line. They truly dominate the defensive line for Georgia. But the first thing you see is the way they're aligned pre-snap. This safety right here is playing cover two. The other safety's back out of the picture. But what you don't see is typically the safety support. So they're playing two deep safeties. This is going to give us great matchup up front with their offensive line, and they just do a great job of whipping their guys. And Derrick Henry really has an easy run. Once he gets to the second level, he's shown to be very well at what he does. But we'll kind of come out here and show the offensive line blocking scheme. When the ball snapped, it's just a standard man scheme against to the left side. So we'll see one-on-one blocks all across the board. Backside, we'll see the tackle loop around, the guard block down on the defensive end. And then once these guys, you can see everybody's getting beat. Everybody is manned up, getting beat, and then it's Derrick Henry, the second level. And once he gets past the linebackers, he's either going to run over or outrun the secondary, which he does right here. There's no looking back. But it's the offensive line up front that just controlled all day, just like the defensive line did for our defense. But just whipping them up front, set the tone early, and never look back the rest of the day.
So pretty quickly after that big Derrick Henry run, we start to see Alabama take advantage of the play action. And now that Georgia is, firmly respectful of Derrick Henry and his ability to run the ball.
Definitely. Quarterback's best friend is the running game and the tight end. So we got Derrick Henry going early right here. And this is a play designed by Lane Kiffin that we've seen a lot. We've seen this kind of speed sweep where Coco just kind of toss him the ball. As soon as this happens, it's going to take this safety from deep in the field. And now his job is to stop the run. So his number one responsibility is to stop the run. When that happens, number 20 is going to come back, and now he's the deep field responsibility. The only thing about that is our run game is so good and it's been so respected that when we fake right here, his eyes immediately get in the backfield. And when that happens, we'll see him get flat-footed. And when his feet get flat and Calvin Ridley's running at full speed, there's not a lot of chance. All Jacob Coker has to do is throw a good ball. So it comes off the good play action, the good fake from Jacob Coker, and then the route, Calvin Ridley beating the guy down the field. But good to see this guy getting the ball, young guy that's really coming into his own now in just his first few starts as a college player. Really talented, and look to see him get a lot more catches the rest of this year. Then Jacob Coker, no better feeling than throwing a touchdown sitting on your backside. And then you can see the Georgia fans not happy about it either.
Let's focus on the defense now, John Parker. Huge game for this Alabama defense.
Yeah, our defense is playing extremely well, and it really all starts for us up front. The defensive line, there's tons of NFL prospects all over the board, but they're playing really well. They're playing really disciplined. We'll see right here it's 3rd and 5. And as a quarterback, the first thing I notice is they were only rushing 4 guys. Usually on 3rd down, you'll see a blitz, but we were able to get pressure on the quarterback with only 4 down rushers. That allows us 7 defenders in the secondary to cover them up, the 5 guys running out for pass routes. So you can see everybody is manned up right here. We got one guy trying to get to the ball, and then if immediately the defensive line, who are so sack hungry, and that's all they're trying to do is get sacks, if they notice they're not going to get there, they're sitting here and they're trying to bat balls. You can see them looking, eyeing the quarterback, trying to bat balls, and then after they can't bat it, they're going to be right in position to make a play. So it's extreme discipline by these guys, not just trying to go get stacks, but understand their role in coverage and then keying the quarterback. So we'll see right here what we call Tampa 2 coverage. You probably heard about this. It's 2 safeties getting wide, and then our middle linebacker is covering the middle of the field. It's the hardest defense as a quarterback to throw against, and the only way you can do that is with good defensive line play. You see the Mike linebacker right here get out, and then when we have that many people deep, everybody's covered up. It's tough for the quarterback. So all he's doing right here is trying not to turn the ball over and getting ready to punt. All right, let's show another good play by our defense off a screen package. So once again, we'll see the 2 safety look, but this time instead of rushing 4 guys, this defensive end is going to come back and then spy the running back. And this is going to what makes the play right here. You see him take a step, and now he's just reading the quarterback and reading what this running back's going to do. So looking for a screen in this situation, he's able to sit back, shed a block, and then we've got the cavalry coming to make a tackle.
So going forward, John Parker, I think one of the big takeaways from this game was just how much different Jake Coker looked under center and the confidence that he showed in this game. Do you think that we've seen some kind of something turn on for him as it finally started to click for Jake Coker possibly?
I definitely think so. I think it's easy to forget that his first start was against Wisconsin. So he'd been at Florida State, he'd been at Alabama for a year, but he still was his first start where he was the guy against Wisconsin. He's now been able to learn and grow into the starting quarterback role and really knows how to use the guys around him. I think we saw some glimpses of that against Ole Miss, and then this game it just came out. He was able to use the run game, the play action, use everything to his advantage, and you could just tell he was comfortable and calm the whole game. And I think the players around him definitely fed off that.